Play. Hello there, everybody. Flashbang community here, continuing Castle Crashers, and yeah, for whatever reason, the video was sort of lagging. This is why it's 40 minutes. If you're wondering what the pig animal orb does, it increases the amount of HP you get back from food, and we are going to the hardest level in game, Full Moon. Now, why do I say it's the hardest level? You may wonder. These guys. They are known as Stoveface. By far, one of the hardest enemies to kill in the game. You can't juggle them.
Where did that rock come from?
There's a Stoveface at the top of the mountain throwing them down. You get to beat his butt later as soon as you go through a few frames of these guys. But
it's in the...
Oh,
sorry.
look at the moon, look at the moon.
What the hell was that?
That's a deer using his poop rocket flying up in the air. Don't ask me why. That's the deer that we saw later in the barn house. Earlier, I mean.
Yeah.
He's still flying.
I figured after killing the beast, he would stop doing that.
I don't know, it's just some weird defect, I guess. And the ram animal orb that's following me is really useful here because it multi-hits the big guys to where you're able to run away and cast magic. Because magic is highly recommended here, especially projectile. Just so you don't get beat up very much. Yeah, it takes forever for these. I mean, a majority of this part is Full Moon alone. And when we make it to the ice place, where it's sort of quick because you can juggle those enemies. You're probably wondering what juggle is. Viewers, well, juggling is where you pound an enemy into the ground and you keep them in the air to where they'll never be able to touch the ground. It's a really useful tactic, especially against high-level and high-powered enemies, because you don't want to die against them. I've played this game a couple times too, so I'm surprised I haven't died yet. You hear something in the background. It's a microwave. Ignore it.
Sorry, I'm just waiting for something else to happen.
Besides me just randomly firing magic at these guys?
I'm just waiting for us to change to a different scene beside a hill where our boulder's rolling past us.
Oh, don't worry. We're about to beat that guy up pretty soon.
Now, if those were gravelers he was throwing, then I would be more interested.
What if the boulder had a face, and it's rolling past you with a smile? And when it hit you, it had a sudden angry face, like, why did I touch you?
I would be like, that boulder is too emotional. He needs to be fired.
That's when we get the Orange Knight to cast fire magic on him.
Okay.
See, you can't juggle them. They're too heavy for whatever reason. Why are they too heavy? I don't know. Armor? Poison. Oh, and we're about to get to the really fun part where we have to fight like 50 of these guys. And it takes forever to kill them, so... time to talk about random subjects and tangents now, because right about now is to where we will be fighting like millions of these guys. It's weird. So random tangent time.
They're coming out the woodwork.
I can imagine these guys being a bunch of nappers. I am a cheater.
I was gonna say, this is like the movie 300, except we're the one Spartan against 50 Persians.
Okay.
All we need is a cliff.
In the hole.
And a shield.
And the sword instead of a hammer. What? Wait, no, we already have a shield. We just need that sword.
I think we more need the spear than the sword.
Screw it. Let's take a rock. A rock is all we need.
We also need the helmet, the cape.
Screw everything else, we're a freaking Castle Crasher. We'll be anything we want. Like if I say, be a rock, suddenly you get a rock outfit. That would actually be weird in a video game. You just like say something and then they become that thing. It's like you're fighting a super hard boss. I don't like you, you suck. Become a fence post, and they're just like a fence post now, just standing there.
Entei
Like,
Blast.
when you kill one, two others come. It's like, why? I just killed one, you bastards.
I just thought of an enemy that does that, but I forgot what it was. Is Entei Blast still there?
Yeah. He's watching contently. He probably has nothing to say.
I was gonna ask him what his favorite Pokemon is. Entei Blast, what's your favorite Pokemon?
I like Mudkins.
Sorry, what?
I'm kidding.
What?
My favorite would be... I haven't really given it any thought.
I was gonna say Entei since that's your name, but I guess that the name is just for show, pretty much. Maybe he's my favorite legendary? And I'll put some explosions next to the name. Yeah, that's a perfect name. That'd be weird if somebody actually made like a name on some site that every single time you click it, it causes an explosion somewhere.
I would call that terrorism.
No, it causes an explosion somewhere random in the world. You don't know where.
But if it's populated, that's terrorism. Besides, this is not a Michael Bay film.
Let's have explosions everywhere.
I mean,
We look around the corner, explosion. We call a phone, explosion. We look up YouTube, explosion.
It's like you get a job.
Explosion. And it was your job who exploded, so. Honey, I love you. She blew up. What?
That would be horrible.
Michael Bay, what have you done? Troll face.
That would be horrible.
Michael Bay, what have you done? Problem.
It's like, congratulations, it's a boy.
Congratulations, you won $1 million. Explosion. Here's $1 million now, son.
That would suck. Well, they probably just give you another $1 million. Hopefully. Okay, we finally won, so we can go.
And I'm showing off the sword is what they have. And I'm like, oh. Okay, show me the stats. Okay, +1. Basically, it's a critical base sword. So yeah. If you're a magic user, don't pick it up.
Don't eat mushrooms. They give you hallucinations.
Giant mushy friend.
Why? What the hell are those guys?
They're not Eskimos, they're Ice-Skimos. I'm not joking, that's their name, Ice-Skimos.
Do they use ice magic?
Yes, they throw snowballs at you.
Snowballs aren't deadly.
Surprisingly, they do damage, so...
I mean, if this were... Okay.
You never know, maybe they have some sort of, like, spear inside of them to when whenever they attack or hit you, it blows up and the spear comes out.
They should just make ice spears and throw them.
They're not Indians. They're Eskimos. They have freaking shield of ice, so...
Dude, Eskimos use spears? What are you talking about?
These aren't Eskimos, though. They're Eskimos. It's like, that's a relevant topic. That's an irrelevant topic. I don't freaking care.
It's a slight difference, but they're still related to them, so they can use spears.
I like how I can fly in the air now with magic. The one thing that I don't like about the full moon level is that due to these guys right here, the stove faces, this level takes forever. They have so much HP and defense. Damn it, invisible wall. I can't fire my magic. There really wasn't anything funny in this episode. Well, like anything funny related in this episode for me to throw in a visual or audio gag in. Although I do have a little bit of an audio gag or two I can put in the finale, but other than that, I don't really know anything.
We got boss fights in this, right?
We got one.
Okay, we got a boss fight. Okay.
Don't worry, in the finale we'll have like 4 of them.
Okay.
Because we're in the wizard's castle, we're gonna fight all of his cronies and him. Finally, we're almost out of full moon and into the ice place, and that's the very last stove face in the level. Soviet Russia didn't kill you.
This is not Majora's Mask.
I don't know, I just said something random.
Besides, Eskimos are Canadian.
Next thing you know, you figure out these guys aren't Canadian, but they're actually Indian. Like, you're not Canadian, you're Indian. I like how there's just like this random house right in the background while we're fighting.
That's not a house, that's a shack.
Well, whatever, it's just randomly there. I mean, the other two I can sort of understand, like, as, you know, reinforcement area, but this is just, like...
Okay, we go up the hill.
Into the snowy mountains. And suddenly... ambush! I like this track, by the way. It's really... I like it. The name of the track is Winter Bliss if you want to go look it up later.
Okay.
I don't know why something about this track is just like really calming when you listen to it. Even if it does have like just like a slight bit of techno in it.
Yeah, it is calming.
There's just so many things that like I'm thinking about for like a future commentary. It's like whenever we're doing a certain thing and it reminds you of this one thing, and you're like, oh my god, I can totally do that, and then you do it. It's like a visual gag. The ram knocked me in. It's like, no, you die. Also, this tower that I'm beating up on right now, there's like, there's a spot later in the level, if you destroy some guy, this tower, some guy will fall behind, but he'll be stuck between the wall and the tower, so if you hit him, he'll do like, I think bouncing back between the wall that's blocking the transition and the tower, so...
He's ping-ponging. Now why is he hiding behind a snow fort thinking that'll protect him?
He's like, oh, you can't hit me. Oh crap, he's destroying my snow fort. What am I
like
going
that
to...
episode-
It's like, what am I going to do? I'll just stand here. You'll never break it.
It's like that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward kept making a small one and Patrick kept hitting him with a snowball.
Nuts. It's like, guts it. It's just like, boom, 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 boom.
It's like, stop throwing snowballs.
Squidward has declared war. I just like the I actually do like the visual representation of this level in the background. Although it really doesn't fit a snowy level in the sky.
Yeah.
It's snowing. It's supposed to be a snowy color, not orange. Unless if it's a sunset, then I'd understand. But wait, we were just in a night level. Maybe was it?
Yeah.
Level 27. Heck yeah. Beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Up, snowball, go! I don't know why I'm using magic when you can just like pounding them with the hammer. I'm like, why am I using magic? I can just use the hammer and pound them to death that way. It's a lot faster. Although the magic does do more, I can do more damage over faster, beating the crap out of them with my 2D hammer. That somehow can decapitate people.
Can you play as one of those?
Yes. You have to beat him in arena though, and you will unlock another character.
Okay.
This one, there's a lot of characters. Decapitation. But there's a lot of characters that you can get through battling for arena. In order to get the thief, in order to get the barbarian, you have to fight through arena. In order to get the Eskimo, you have to fight through arena. To get what's it called, Toadhead, you have to fight through arena. And there's some characters that you can only get through fighting or beating certain levels in insane mode, which is basically this game's hard mode. Let me tell you, when they say hard mode, they are not joking. It is freaking difficult. They recommend you beating level 65 before tackling insane mode. And they're not joking. It's insane. Here we are! This is Glitch Place. Or, I think. Just screw over that one guy. Sorry. The guy at the very bottom, in the very bottom tower, is the person we're going to use for this. What I'm doing right now is just destroying all the towers so we can kill off these guys.
Get down from those turrets, you wusses.
Throwing snowballs from up there, I see. Well, guess what? Come down here and fight like a man. Oh, also, I recently tried the new Devil May Cry game.
Oh, you did?
I fell asleep while playing it.
What the hell?
That's how boring it is. To me, that is.
Huh.
I played the originals. I actually have number 2 on my PlayStation.
You should get number 3. That one is the best one.
Number 1 and number 3 are the good ones. Number 2 is sort of weird.
What about number 4?
I don't know. People don't really talk about number 4.
Well, their main complaint about it is that you have a new character to play as halfway through the game, and you switch back to Dante, then back to the new character. The new DMC is not that terrible to me.
The story sucks. The character sucks. I fell asleep like after the first boss fight. I decided, you wanna know what? This game is horrible. well, the story is sort of horrible from what I'm hearing. People don't like the new Dante. I'm going to play on this game on hard mode for my first playthrough. The first boss was pathetic. All I had to do was stand in one spot, not even move, and shoot my guns. That's it. I didn't have to move an inch. I stun locked him for some reason.
Wait, you rented it?
Yes, rented it.
I was gonna say, if you bought it, you could give it to me.
My mother said she wouldn't waste it like this. She doesn't like the new Dante at all.
Honestly, I've seen worse games, so it's not the worst game I've ever seen.
Now, first off, you see, I tried to do it with this guy, and it doesn't work out as planned, but it sort of works. But I'm just showing that this is what it looks like if you're not doing it on the guy on that tower. I thought I killed him, but no, he rolled. That's decapitation. Now, this is what happens if you do it to this guy. Ta-da! Multi-hitting time. Overkill, 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 overkill. Is he dead yet? No, I don't think he's dead yet. He's dead for some more.
I think he's dead at this point.
No, not yet. I gotta hit him more. Okay, now he's dead. Talk about overkill. Also, if you can angle the screen just right, you can do it here on that one guy in that tower right there.
Yeah, I gotta... You think it would be easier having a pet if they turned into what they do in this game? They turn into ball shapes and float around? You think it... I'm saying, would it be easier having these ball-shaped pets as pets rather than actual...
They're a lot smaller.
Plus, you can have dangerous animals like a tiger or an alligator and other
with
things.
With derpy faces, and they can be completely harmless.
I can just imagine someone comes to your house and they see that giraffe just floating there.
Those eyes. Dun,
Those,
dun, dun.
Those soul-piercing, unblinking black eyes.
Is a giraffe okay? They poke it in the eye and it doesn't blink.
I would be... Yeah.
It's like a concern for the rabbit. It's okay. And then you notice the animal's not in the room anymore. It's like in the fridge and it ate everything.
That's not the strange thing I've encountered. Well, it's an old anime from like 2003, 2004. One of the characters has a penguin that lives in her refrigerator.
Like your fridge. Okay.
No, it's just like you open the fridge and it's just sitting there and it stares at you. You grab what you want to drink and then you close the door on it.
It's just like you're looking oddly, like, and then you just close the fridge. Oh yeah, here's our new weapon, a chicken.
How did chicken get that thin? I have to wonder.
If you look at the weapon long enough, it actually jumps up and down. Oh my god.
What is that?
What?
Is that a baby seal?
Yes, and that's a penguin.
You weren't gonna kill the baby seal, were you?
You can't kill it.
Okay,
It's
good.
there for visual effects.
But that penguin is just watching you kill me.
You walk by it and it turns the other way. And Garcia just texts me. He's like,
Too late.
y'all already started, didn't you?
Too late now.
Oh, he's at grandmother's house in his phone with that.
Oh, he's not in front of his computer, so too late now.
Oh, Joy. I just texted him. We're halfway through the last commentary. What do you got to say? That penguin's just watching us like, yes, fight for me.
What if he's not a penguin at all? What if he's an Eskimo in disguise?
He's like, I am not a penguin. I am an iguana. Wait, what? If you go behind this house, you're going to get a pet, bear. Or whatever that is. I forgot what it does. I think it increases...
What the hell is that?
Oh, it's a Yeti.
Oh,
okay,
that makes sense.
if you blow on this, you get this little bear pet. You want to know what this bear pet does? Kills anything that's low on HP, including you and your allies.
Wait, what?
If you're low on HP, that bear will kill anything, including you and your allies.
What kind of pet is that?
It's called the play with a risky bet pet.
None of us are gonna have that pet if we ever do a 4-way. That sounded wrong. I meant a 4-way let's play.
This is one of the better weapons in the game, a piece of meat. Plus 4 speed.
What the hell?
It gives you plus 4 speed and plus 4 attack damage.
How does hitting someone with a piece of meat work?
I don't know. It's poison?
Okay, I guess, but that's just a slab of meat. It'll hurt, and it's not gonna kill
It's
him.
extremely bony. There we go. And you're probably wondering what I'm doing here. I'm trying to find the specific location of a certain weapon here. Right here in this area somewhere in this room, you can get an ice blade. It has an ice element to it. And yeah, the game was sort of lagging in this area for whatever reason.
The Green Knight uses dig attack.
He uses dig. It's not very effective to the ground. The ground has levitate. What?
How does that work?
It's called you not touching the ground.
But doesn't that mean you have levitate?
Then you realize that the ground is above you.
And what's below you?
Nothing! It's a reversal. You live on the clouds instead of the ground. The ground is the sky. And at one point I sort of get a little mad that I forget where I found it, and I decided to just go to a random spot and be like, ugh, why? Oh, I'll do it soon. I just like run to a random spot. I'm like, why? And I dig there, and then I find it. I'm like, really? Okay, so here's the Ice Blade. It gives you an ice elemental, but does it give you stats? Absolutely not. And it's a level 20 weapon.
It looks nice, though.
Guess what? Random glitch time!
How did a boomerang do that to a door?
It's a glitch.
Okay.
There's also another glitch to where if you use your, like, if you're doing jump magic and then you use your aerial attack magic, you can flip through doors. And you can go to previous areas that you couldn't go to before.
Quick, Matrix!
There's no Matrix here, only Zeus. No. This part was sort of hard for me because for Camtasia to record this game with good quality and sync sound, I have to have the volume pretty much off. So, damn it, Ice King, stop firing your arrows at me. Hi. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Oh yeah, also intake blast. Your friend Super 8428 or 9. He sort of wants to join in on the Sonic 06 commentary whenever we get around to it. And,
Why does he willingly want to subject himself to that?
because we want to point out how bad of a game it is. Don't you get it yet?
I still don't like subjecting ourselves to this, just because you think someone's gonna ask for it.
Trust me, people will. Yay, Ice King! This is totally not Adventure Time. Then again, this came out before Adventure Time, so Adventure Time is technically ripping this off.
Not necessarily. It doesn't take everything.
I prefer
Besides, I'm pretty sure the ice.
I prefer this one because he's better.
I'm saying I don't think the Ice King in Adventure Time can teleport.
You need to have it naturally. Hey there, Princess in the Ice, that you're pretty much have your hand on that can feel the help. Hey, there's Fireman Castle. Why isn't that?
It's a very powerful ice.
It's a super ice, of course.
That doesn't affect us. We're the Green Knights.
We remain a kryptonite, son.
And that means we can't work alongside Superman.
Superman, I need your help. Get away from me. Why? You're weakening me. And then Orange Knight comes along and he has the power of red and orange suns. Not you two. What? You're weakening me as well. Now we get to the fun part. Whenever he's down to 3/4 HP, he starts doing this. And whenever he's down to 1/4 HP, it gets ridiculously fast and repetitive.
Not with those derpy faces.
He's like, no. I'm gonna beat you up because you want to be. It's like, what is he actually? Is he like a Yeti or something?
I don't know. I think
has
it's
red eyes and his skin color is blue.
his skin looks not. I think it looks kind of reptilian.
I guess you could say he's a snake, not a snake of like a ice lizard or something.
Yeah, I think he's like a lizard or an amphibian.
Well, he doesn't
or
have
something.
a tail yet.
It could be hidden under that cape.
Maybe he's a reptile that doesn't need a tail. He's a fish, of course, not joking.
He's a fish man.
So that's what the customers are putting on the speed. They look like this guy.
Maybe that's why they cover up.
Yes. I was actually tempted to edit in the troll just for a few minutes of this, for whatever the reason, because that's basically what he's doing. He's teleporting around and laughing at you, he's trolling you. It's like, you can't hit me, and he goes away. But he has a pattern, which is pretty obvious. He'll teleport to one side of the screen and the other, and look to be on the top or the bottom on the other side of the screen. Very specific. And something that I don't get, if you're juggling enemies in the air, ice physics still applies. So basically you're just sliding in midair.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
How? I don't freaking know. Ask the developers. Who else is sort of tied up? Oh, there we go. One HP, sort of. Or 1/8. And he's going insane with the spikes. I'm surprised the audio didn't run into this.
Right, it's getting.
This is one of my favorite boss fights, but also it's one of the most competitive ones. I will say that the final boss is like, I don't know how many forms. He has like 5 forms to go through. I'm not joking. It's just insane. Laughing at you, teleporting away. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, that sucks. Garcia said, I'm home now. Are y'all in the middle of commentating? I said, we're almost done. No.
I think the large amounts of stalactites are causing the slowdown.
I was like, oh my god, are you serious, Ice King? You're making me slow down so much. That sort of fits here because it's basically an icy area.
Okay, you said to hit him in the nuts one more time.
Nope. He has a lot of HP.
I'm surprised, considering how many times you hit him in the nuts.
He's like, I'm still laughing at you. Do you have any? Do you even have any nuts? Maybe not.
I have balls of ice.
I have balls of steel.
That wouldn't go well with our ice powers.
You could freeze it and stick to it.
Yes, but you give yourself hypothermia. Because cold metal is very cold.
I didn't know.
Victory!
Here's a fun fact. You can't hit him like this, but if you use magic, you can totally hit him while he's like this. And do damage to him, which makes no sense. Smash!
Did you just get crit? Never mind, you phased through it.
Hulk. Not Hulk. Just smash!
Victory! All that money.
All the money for the taking.
And afterwards, we just gotta save the princess, and we get the reward we really want.
A kiss from the fine lady, I assume.
Yes. For that is why most epic heroes go on their journey.
I
To
know
get
you're
to the...
trembling, but I want to pick up these gems first because they sort of work towards my pay. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
I sort of... Okay, that coin sort of disappeared on its own. Okay, I'll save you.
Victory! The Poison Knight gets all the girls.
You're gonna find out later that
That was cool.
what was?
You did not make that fun.
I did.
Okay, new arena unlocked. Perfect.
He put... It's basically like... I gotta say, that was... He puts on sunglasses. Cool. It's basically what he did. He just needs to put on sunglasses.
Well, next, in the final episode, the Poison Knight will save the day.
Wizard
And
Castle
get-
take off. See you guys next time.
Bye.
See ya.